Markets around the world are up today. For more on what's going on in Asia, Bloomberg's Susan Lee is standing by in Hong Kong and in London. Lindsay Janice is watching the European markets. Let's go ahead and start with Susan in Hong Kong. Good morning.
Hey, Allison. Well, Asian markets ended higher, getting back to their winning ways after 11 straight days of gains came to an end yesterday. And Japanese car makers rallied in the session today after both Nissan and Honda beat analyst estimates with their quarterly numbers. And Honda also revised upwards its annual target for operating profit by 7 full. So that's a sign of things to come and also some optimism for this sector. Now, speaking of earnings, Sony beat in its latest earnings. Despite losing money in the 3 months, its loss actually came in less than it forecast. A stronger yen, it's hurting Sony's profit, as did a slowdown in its sales of its PlayStation game consoles. Sony lost close to $400 million. But even though Sony reported a drop in its earnings after the market close, investors seem to know what numbers were coming down the pipeline, with Sony shares surging in the regular session. Meantime, Sony's video game rival Nintendo still making money, but maybe not as much as before. The world's largest maker of video game players isn't selling enough of these Wiis these days. Its profit dropped 61% as sales of its best-selling Wii dropped for the first time since its introduction 3 years ago. And also in Japan, Citigroup offloading its Japanese asset management units to the country's 5th biggest bank, Sumitomo Trust and Banking. It's agreed to pay $1.25 billion for Nikko Asset Management. And Citi CEO Vikram Pandit, he is now reversing the bank's expansion in Japan just less than 2 years after buying Japanese brokerage Nikko Cordio and that mammoth deal for $16 billion. Also want to highlight the Chinese shares in Shanghai today, a rebound from their worst drop in 8 months yesterday. And the gains may not last for long, though, as the Chinese central bank came out today saying that it's going to clamp down on lending, which is what a lot of market watchers say has been fueling the rally that we're seeing on the mainland. That's the story in the Asia Pac.